Now to some more details about our second top story this morning. Arrests of young men in Guinea have continued for over a week, including hundreds of nationals of neighbouring countries, which the authorities in the country say present a threat to Guinea's security. The arrests come after deadly demonstrations last week protesting a planned change to Guinea's constitution to allow for President Alpha Conde stand for a third term. 141 arrests were made in the suburbs of Conakry, and some 500 people, mostly foreigners, were arrested in the upper Guinea, bordering Mali and Côte d'Ivoire and Lower Guinea.
According to Conakry, these foreign nationals represent a threat to the country's security while the country is going through a political crisis resulting from President Alpha Conde's desire to change the constitution. And since then, Conakry and other cities have been disrupting opposition demonstrators who are campaigning for respect for the basic law. It is therefore a rather perplexing context that these arrests of young people from abroad take place. Amadou Thiam Camara, head of Guinean news office, joins us. Under what circumstances were hundreds of nationals of neighboring countries arrested? The circumstances have not been explained in detail. The authorities have said that they are in the preliminary investigation phase. But the fact remains that in Conakry and several counties of Guinea, there have been several hundred arrests of foreign nationals. What are the reasons? Does the political climate influence these decisions? I don't know anything about that, but the political climate in the country is still quite tense, because it is important to know that there are the authorities who want to change the constitution so that the President of the Republic can continue to lead Guinea beyond 2020. And the opposition, united with the civil society, is opposed to it. So there is a lot of arm wrestling.
La société civile au sein d'une plateforme. Alors, le bras de fer est véritablement engagé.
So what is their offense? What are they accused of, and what are they doing in the country?
On le reproche.
They are generally accused of being foreigners and of living together in a single home. They are also reported to work for a company that trades online. Now, between what these strangers say and the realities, it is the investigation that will determine. But you must know that we are in the country of Sékou Touré. Between what sometimes happens and reality, well, there is a gap.
Mais vous devez savoir que nous sommes dans le pays de Sékou Touré. Eh bien, entre ce qui se passe parfois et la réalité, eh bien, il y a un fossé.
What are the civil society and the opposition planning to do in this case, which is similar to xenophobic arrests? You know, today the situation is so heated that when there is information like that, already the opposition and civil society are in the eye of the storm, since there are several members of civil society and some opposition who have been arrested. Understand that they have difficulty talking about issues like this, because it is certain that it can be confused with a kind of active or passive complicity with the people who have been arrested. So there is no official reaction from the opposition and civil society on this issue.
So what has been the reactions from countries where some of these arrested persons come from? Has there been any form of reactions from their countries?
For the moment, there is no reaction from the Malian authorities or the Burkinabe authorities and others. So it's up to these authorities to give an official opposition on this wave of arrests. But it is true that it may seem suspicious that in about 10 places in Guinea where people gather like this in a single home, it may seem suspicious, but what is even more suspicious are the hurried conclusions that have been drawn by the authorities Well, a serious investigation has not yet been conducted.
Ce sont les conclusions hâtives qui ont été tirées par les autorités alors qu'une enquête sérieuse n'a pas encore été menée.